Conte, the Prime Minister of Italy. First of all, I would like to say hello, and it's very nice to see you again, Mr. Barroso. It's quite strange for me to be on the other side of the barricade because I'm not representing the European Commission anymore. Now I'm representing my own country. First of all, I would like to say that I salute your initiative to stress the importance of solidarity and burden sharing with this proposal. And I would like to say that Italy, as well as Malta and Greece, as we all know, they are frontline states. So they are the most vulnerable in crisis situations like the one that has occurred last year. And also maybe remind all of us that obviously Italy, for instance, acts in its own name, but at the same time, when it comes to difficult situations, also plays a representative role for the European Union, because we act for the entire European Union when we receive huge waves of immigrants. And this is why I think it's very important that solidarity and cooperation is stimulated in this proposal as well as you did. I would like to ask you, because of course the European Union is not just about a single currency or, I don't know, Schengen agreement. I would like to ask you, how are you going to convince the countries who are not willing to share the burden? How are you going to convince them to do so?
Well, okay, maybe we proceed. Okay, that's cool.
Whereas it is true that only some of the member states are directly exposed to rising numbers of irregular migrant entries, the concerns have been voiced throughout the Union on behalf of the issues of illegal migration, and the impacts have been experienced throughout the Union. Thus, we believe that that what we propose here in this communication aims to satisfy the needs and respond to the concerns of each one of the member states, as when we approach effective solution to the problem of irregular migration, it will be beneficial for each one of the member states.
Well, just to add to what Ms. Mansson just said, efficiency equals solidarity, and the other way around.
Yes, a question on the proposed establishment of what you call safe ports in the EU and third party states during this partnership stuff. How is that actually going to work? I mean, it's a tied to conditionality, so you will not cooperate with countries refusing to establish such safe ports. And regarding the claim of many of these countries that they are already overflowing with refugees and cannot process them as it is now.
I would disagree with you that countries, bordering countries, third countries, first of all our neighbors, are not willing to undertake this kind of cooperation with the European Union, so long as Tunisia, for example, recently claimed the shame on the European Union that we can't handle this tiny amount of migrants coming from the unstable region, while they are able to handle this huge amount of migrants. So our initial idea behind establishing safe ports on the territory of third countries is to provide optimized and consistently broadened programs of cooperation, cross-border cooperation, in order to assist these countries with establishing much better facilities for holding the migrants in exchange of their will to accept more of these migrants. And we also introduced in the mechanism of monitoring, which means that the Union will negotiate implementation of efficient and comprehensive for monitoring the concrete implementation of the partnership. So we will negotiate the possibility to assess the conditions of safe ports with compliance with the human rights regulations. And with regard to safe ports being established on the EU territory, we believe that the system will be handled in a way that the safe ports on EU territory will admit the applicants which cannot be admitted to safe ports on the third countries. So basically the incentive for the third countries to engage in this kind of cooperation is better and more beneficial programs under the umbrella of the European Neighbourhood and Enlargement Policy.
Who are actually going to host these EU ports? These EU safe ports?
Yeah, the safe ports on the European territory, well, we propose to re-establish already existing ports on a better conditions, and as well as establish a number of new ports on the coastal line of the European maritime border.
But initially to reorganize the existing camps on a more efficient basis, and taking into consideration that along with the internal safe ports, we'll launch a system of external safe ports. The inflow of the migrants that will be dealt with internally will decrease in a way that will benefit to those countries